many TV you have, every TV you will need to have one box as the receiver.
So the main station you're looking at now with dual screen is driven from these boxes now, which is now in the rack. Right. Sorry to interrupt again, is that the fan noise is a little bit irritating, but because it's not the unit problem, it's the fan that is from the equipment rack itself. So clear about the setup here, and we will show you later.
So in the software family for WooVision, basically there's actually a remote management tool. Okay, this is free. Okay, why do you need a remote management tool? So say for example you're doing a project and you kind of like have 100 of these machines. So the poor user will have to turn off, let's say if it's a primitive way, I will turn off physically every classroom, right? So using this remote management tools, which is actually installed to the client's laptop, they can remotely turn off this machine without having to go there to the machine.
Can install in phone?
Sorry?
Can install on our mobile.
On phones? Can it be done, Gary?
Okay, we have two different software. For this, it's meant to be an asset management software. So it's meant for administrator, IT administrator, to administer all the sign-up in your campus. For example, you talk about hundreds of units. So this software can only be installed into a server or dedicated PC. For this one, because it's an asset management.
For the Link Pro.
Yes, it's an asset management software. For this one, the app, it can be installed into mobile devices. The app is meant to be controlling devices. This is to administer the devices. And you can do other things like you can do scheduling. Every day, morning, 9 o'clock, you turn on all the units. So it's running through here. Okay? And with the same software, let's say we are in a session now where all the screens with content, if suddenly there's an emergency fire alarm, we can set up such that the fire alarm message can be composed and shown on screen by an activation of a button. So we have inside this software to drive that kind of a message. Okay, so to answer your question, this one is for mobile, this is for dedicated server.
So you drive the message in the form of a banner?
Yes. So what I can show you now is that since we're having the session now ongoing, very quickly,
Multiple contents.
I can just from the software, all right, I will show you later how you do it, but let me just show it to you first. And all I need to do is go to my software, edit a message, and now I just do a send. Okay. So it's like this. So let's say there's an evacuation message ongoing, and this can be triggered from your building management system also. So we can type to a BMS such that in case of fire, emergency, this can be composed and we can just show on the screen. It means that if there's a session going on, we don't need to even make a PA announcement, show on the screen, and everybody have to go. Right? When it's finished, I just press a button from my software and I do a restart, everything goes back to normal.
The devices are all wireless?
Yes.
Yes. Okay?
So Jason,
yeah.
the message will come in this form, it will not come in the banner that keeps running.
Not at the moment.
But we can take that as a feedback, no worries, because we are always innovating. So if there's a lot of requests on this, Katya, we would take into consideration. Yeah.
No, I mean, remember that the command center.
Correct.
So what Vincent do is that they needed something that can.
The banner type.
The banner mode. Hey, another 5 minutes. We'll start our meeting in 5 minutes. Everybody, please.
Yeah, we can take that into consideration.
Keep running, so we don't have to tell everybody, hey, going to meeting, just run.
So your BYOM, that time you tested how many devices can work? Logitech cannot, right? Redify cannot.
For the conferencing? Okay, sorry to confuse you by the other subject. So your question is, how many devices can be supported on?
What brand?
It depends on which model you use.
BYOM model?
It can be any USB devices.
The time,
But we've tested Logitech Ready Bar cannot. The reason is not, it's about the compatibility.
then the time we give you the meetup cannot also.
Which one?
Meetup. Logitech meetup.
Meetup can.
Yeah.
It's the Ready Bar, because Logitech Ready, they are developed using Windows and Android. They don't have a Linux version.
Ready 就是那个谁买的是吧？
Because 我们的是 Android.
Yeah, so Ready Bar is the only model that can also.
Unless
Meetup
Windows.
is okay, I've tested myself.
Windows and also.
Our boxes are all running on Linux.
Oh, okay.
So it's about the operability also. They are not compatible to run on Linux base.
Okay.
我们的看到也是
可以吧？
Android.
Kandao, I faced some issues also before, yes.
Yeah, but we have the no OS one. That one have.
Yeah, there was one version I've tested before, it cannot work also.
Yeah, that
Yes,
one-
because it's
one
not-
people use, yeah.
Sorry, so can I clarify? Cannot work on Android, but if it's Windows, Windows also can.
Or Ready Bar cannot.
Oh,
装的 device OS 是 Windows 跟 Android 就不可以。
Sorry, let me correct something. Any question? Yeah, let me sort out something first.
Logitech, Poly or Android or Windows.
then the solution, which one can pair together?
没有吗？so far 没有，unless 你是 pure wireless casting like that time 是那个 mini 咯
So from
BYOM，哎，这个咯
simplest model, this is the
Just custom.
one I told you is pure mini, the most simple one, and of course simple means cheap lah, huh? So it's the cheapest of the lot. So then you have your pure, which is here, and so later we'll show you the different sizes of it.
What we want is to do wireless conferencing.
The BYOD, connected or
BYOM.
BYOM.
Uh,
Later I will touch a bit of tech.
but in the market it's always Logitech one.
Not always, but